Hey there, Walking Dead fans. Welcome back to another deep dive into the gripping and unpredictable world of the apocalypse. Today, we're unraveling one of the most debated moments in the series. Why didn't Maggie kill Negan? It's a question that's haunted fans since Maggie and Negan's tense reunion after the events of Glenn's brutal death. How could Maggie, after everything she's been through, let Negan live? Let's dig into the layers of this intense storyline, exploring the character motivations, the moral dilemmas, and the moments that led to this shocking decision. Get ready to relive some of the most emotionally charged scenes from The Walking Dead. Before we get to the heart of Maggie's decision, we need to revisit the history that makes this moment so powerful. Back in Season 7, we all witnessed one of the most heart-wrenching episodes in The Walking Dead. Negan's arrival was marked with violence, chaos, and tragedy. He made his brutal entrance by swinging his infamous weapon, Lucille, and taking Glenn's life right in front of Maggie's eyes. Glenn's death wasn't just shocking, it was deeply personal for Maggie. Glenn was her husband, her partner, the father of her unborn child, and a beacon of hope in an otherwise bleak world. Negan didn't just kill Glenn, he destroyed Maggie's family, her dreams, and a piece of her soul. From that moment, Maggie became consumed by grief, anger, and a burning desire for revenge. But Maggie's journey wasn't just about vengeance, it was about survival, rebuilding, and protecting her son, Herschel, from the horrors of the world. While Glenn's death fueled her anger, her experiences as a leader and a mother added complexity to her character. Maggie wasn't the same person by the time she confronted Negan again. Over the seasons, we saw her evolve from a grieving widow to a fearless leader. As the head of the hilltop, Maggie had to make tough decisions, balancing morality with practicality. Her leadership wasn't just about protecting her people, it was about rebuilding hope in a world where hope was scarce. Maggie understood that every choice she made had consequences, not just for herself, but for the community that depended on her. This growth played a crucial role in her decision not to kill Negan. Maggie wasn't just acting as Glenn's widow, she was acting as a leader and a mother. She had to weigh her personal vendetta against the greater good, and that wasn't an easy task. Now, let's talk about Negan. When we first met him, he was the charismatic, ruthless leader of the Saviors. He ruled with an iron fist, using fear and violence to maintain control. But by the time Maggie confronted him again, Negan was a very different man. After his defeat, Negan spent years in prison, stripped of his power and forced to reflect on his actions. While some fans argue that Negan could never truly redeem himself, the show did an excellent job of exploring his transformation. Negan's time in captivity humbled him. He began to see the world differently, acknowledging the pain he caused and the lives he destroyed. His bond with Judith, Rick's daughter, showcased a softer, more human side of Negan, a side we never thought we'd see. But perhaps the most significant moment in Negan's redemption arc was his willingness to sacrifice himself to save others. From risking his life to protect Judith during a snowstorm to fighting alongside the survivors against the Whisperers, Negan proved that he wasn't the same man who swung Lucille at Glenn. When Maggie and Negan finally came face to face, the tension was palpable. This wasn't just a meeting between two characters, it was a collision of emotions, history, and unresolved pain. Maggie had every reason to kill Negan. He destroyed her life, her family, and her future with Glenn. And yet, when the moment came, she couldn't do it. Why? Reason 1. Negan's broken state. By the time Maggie confronted Negan, he was a shadow of his former self. The once dominant leader was now broken, regretful, and filled with guilt. Maggie saw this. She saw a man who wasn't just alive, he was suffering. Killing Negan wouldn't bring her closure, it would feel like kicking a man who was already down. Reason 2. Herschel's future Maggie's son, Herschel, played a significant role in her decision. As a mother, Maggie had to think about the kind of world she wanted to create for her son. Killing Negan in cold blood would set a dangerous precedent. It would show Herschel that vengeance was more important than justice or morality. Maggie wanted to be a better role model for her son, even if it meant suppressing her own pain. Reason 3. Redemption and change. Maggie saw that Negan had changed. While she could never forgive him for what he did, she recognized that he wasn't the same man who killed Glenn. Negan's actions, from protecting Judith to fighting the Whisperers, showed that he was trying to make amends in his own way. Reason 4. The bigger picture. In the apocalypse, every decision has ripple effects. Killing Negan could have sparked chaos, divided the community, and reignited old conflicts. Maggie understood that the survivors needed unity, not more bloodshed. Maggie's decision not to kill Negan wasn't about forgiveness. It was about strength. It takes immense courage to let go of hatred, especially when that hatred is justified. Maggie's choice showed that she was strong enough to rise above her pain and focus on what truly mattered: her son, her community, and the future. But that doesn't mean it was easy. Maggie's journey with Negan is far from over. The tension between them remains, and their interactions are a constant reminder of the past. Still, Maggie's decision to spare Negan marked a turning point for both characters, pushing them toward a complicated but necessary coexistence. What it means for the audience. Maggie's decision not to kill Negan forces us as viewers to reflect on our own beliefs about justice, revenge, and redemption. Would we have made the same choice? Could we let go of our anger and focus on the bigger picture? The beauty of The Walking Dead lies in its ability to explore these complex, morally ambiguous situations. Maggie and Negan's story isn't just about two characters. It's about humanity's capacity for change, forgiveness, and survival. As we wrap up this deep dive, one thing is clear. Maggie and Negan's relationship is one of the most compelling dynamics in The Walking Dead. It's a story of pain, growth, and the difficult choices we face in the most trying circumstances. Thanks for joining us on this emotional journey. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Inside the Walking Dead for more in-depth analyses and character explorations. Let us know in the comments, do you think Maggie made the right choice? Until next time, stay safe, stay strong, and remember, in the apocalypse, every choice matters.